Yes, you should have played that bumper, Missy.
Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show in any dimension where the points do matter and losing will cost you everything. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me is a very special guest.
Greetings, I'm Amoenus Franco,
Yes.
Immortal Wizard.
Yes, the legendary immortal wizard Amoenus Franco has joined us for this exciting...
They're in my tower, in hell.
Why is Wiz looking at me like that, says Things from the Void. It's because we're broadcasting to you straight from hell.
We love it here. It's wonderful.
And I'm coming to you from an undisclosed location full of
Greetings,
clacking
Wendy.
beetles. Hear them clackle. Clack, clack,
Big
clack.
clack.
He was too good to come here.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. Going to hell's beneath me.
Greetings to one BBBR, whom name Matty, Thing from the Void, Apollocola, Full of Doof. Photomom is here, Frank is here.
Yes.
Redactron, Lena. And even the Nightbot.
The
Welcome,
mysterious
Nightbot.
Nightbot, which is so often not here when when RFM intern can be bothered to be here. Nightbot doesn't
Missy is
show
not
up.
here.
Missy is you're not here. And, well, you know who is here? Apollo Koala is also on a 3-stream streak.
Incredible.
Saying Mother 205 AAA, Mother 205 AAA, and so on and so forth. And H-Dub just raided us. Thank you for the raid,
Greetings,
H-Dub.
H-Dub, welcome.
Thank you for bringing
Hello.
poor lowly humans to pay homage to me, Fluval. And they should go to crowd.live and enter the code YXYEC or yell Excelsior, you excellent creator.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. You are an excellent creator, Amoenus, so I'm glad you
Thank
yelled
you.
it. And you all too, even if you're not as excellent a creator. Hello, Nakamus, who will make it weird.
Ooh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Usually.
Not.
Usually, and you should definitely give them a follow. But also, yeah, I'm going to do the shout out to H-Dub for the wonderful raid here on Dungeons and Dragons 2, our second night of grand trivia all about Dungeons and or Dragons and the game.
And who was the intern with me tonight?
Hello there.
Oh, right, you're here too.
Kristie. I'm so excited to be here on the scene here in hell. Yes, they did not shell out for the surgery to allow me to also broadcast from the
No.
studio.
It was much too expensive.
Which is fine. I'm super glad that instead we spent that extra money to get more pebbles for you to suck in and then spit out.
That's right. I don't consume matter, but I do suck in rocks and spit them out.
Yes.
So you did not inhale.
Exactly. I did not inhale.
Got it.
And it doesn't depend on what your definition of is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Good.
Of course. Of course.
I did not
Yes,
have
yes, yes.
consuming relations with that matter. But you can go to crowd.live and enter the code YXYEC, where you'll be able to play against Rule of Fool.
Ooh.
Negative Charisma. Hunter Von Edovich, level 6 co-host. I'm bad at trivia, but check out my Thack Zero. Amoenus M. Bard 17. Opala Koboldala. Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard. who you will, of course, remember from Con Artist's Journey to Baldur's Gate, the campaign
Of course.
waged here on Radio Free Multiverse.
Full roof, that is correct. It's in the player notes page.
It's true, yeah.
Also, not to quibble with the great and powerful Fluval.
You shouldn't.
How did you say to hit armor class 0?
Thack.
0?
0.
That interesting.
Thacko.
Say it over you like. I just wanted to hear it again.
Okay. And bonus Targus, Harbinger of the Green. 1B will fall asleep at some point. Roll for potatoes.
Ooh, my favorite role.
Pea holder. More like dumbass and damnedest do.
Oh.
And the fourth Doctor is in the movie. Which is fun because Tom Baker is in fact in the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Who is he in that?
The Doctor. No, he's
I was like, I don't remember this scene at all.
he's a guy. Who do you think he is?
I couldn't tell you. Is he one of the counselors?
He's Halvarth.
And when does Halvorth there? Is he in the Thieves Guild area?
He's an elf.
He's an elf.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it really...
is he in the tavern when they just show like wacky tavern happenings?
Probably.
That makes sense.
It's been a while since I've beamed it directly into my brain.
Same here.
Oh, he's in the... He's an elder among the elves of the kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah, and it really does drive home how much Tom Baker does not have what I would describe as an elvish face. He does very much look like a human wearing elf ears.
He looks like an alien from Star Trek. Like
Yes, he does look like a
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a next gen, like orange
I think so.
Vulcan.
Probably it says an all-knowing being. Fluval
Yeah.
knows all there is that is worth knowing.
Yes, this is true.
What did you think of the Harbinger callback in Doctor Who? I hated it. Says Missy Information. He looks like old Spock in JJ Star Trek.
Oh, awkward.
Thaco is part of why I didn't play any D&D
Lena,
till
I'm so
the early
sorry about
2000s.
that. Lena, those boys were wrong to do that to you. If it makes you feel better, Thaco is exactly how 2-hit rolls work now, just that the numbers were in the reverse order.
Oh, he does look like Werner Herzbach. But it's funny about Thaco because I played a lot of, Intern Forest, played a lot of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and does
sure.
not remember how Thaco worked.
It's just the same. It's just that the numbers are reversed. That's all.
I don't like it. I prefer armor class.
Well, no, there is an armor class. You're trying to hit armor class 0.
Oh, right.
So it's a little. Just
I'll make it bigger so you can be
if
seen with your
you're, for
quibbling.
example, if you're attacking, let's say you're facing an orc, okay, and this orc has slain a drought champion, and he has adamantine armor on, okay, and let's say it's
Adamantium.
that's a smart move. You will have to make a ranged attack, but now in earlier editions
Yes.
of D&D, let's say that with an armor he had an armor class of 0,
Okay.
which is very, very strong.
That is
and let's
powerful.
say that your Thaco is 10.
Okay.
So you need to roll at least a 10 in order to hit armor class 0. So if you roll 10 or over, you will hit the orc.
Oh, Blogtoven did say I'm facing an orc.
Oh,
You said
okay.
let's say it.
You are?
You did.
Okay, well, I hope your Thacos, they're nice and low.
Tacos
Koala,
al pastor.
I'm sure that you will do just fine.
Apollo, there is no relation to knowing about something and winning on Grand Trivia.
That's true. There is a vast gulf
Yes.
between knowing and winning.
That's the Grand Trivia difference. Knowing something in no way helps you.
Thaco follow the Boston Celtics. Ooh.
Orc Alex Jones has pills for low Thaco. I look forward to that character appearing on the Onion.
Yes, I think, Missy, I think you've thought up a new character for yourself.
Also, I want to cast Magic Missile. Also a great bet, because it just does hit.
Oh, because it's magic?
Because it's Magic Missile specifically.
Yes.
Knowing things sometimes actively hurts you here. And in fact, let's see how people are going to be actively hurt by starting our game of Grand Trivia, where I'm just here for suffering has also joined, but you can join even once our game is underway.
But only if you're just here for suffering. That's all we're going to
That's
give
right.
you. And Eldritch Blast.
And Eldritch Blast, of course, because you are a warlock of me, Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
Behold my beautiful
Here's your first question. Gale, everyone's favorite magic item-eating Baldur's Gate 3 companion, had sex with which goddess of magic? Mistra, Seluna, Shar, or Weejas?
Who is Weejas?
It's a real god from the D&D pantheon.
Which one?
Weejas.
Which pantheon?
A D&D one.
I must know, who is Weejas? Oh, he's Big Jess is a little silly.
Weejas is a goddess of magic, death, vanity, and law. But is she the god of magic that Gale slept with?
I know the answer, but I won't say it yet.
Perhaps as we wind down the time. Okay, you're out of time. Perhaps the delay in me saying who Weejas is an indication that it may not be the correct answer. Because I wasn't just like, oh, I know all of Weejas's domains.
Bootleg bot, he does sound like a bot prank call.
Sutek. Yes, Sutek. The famed god of magic and death. Weejas from Greyhawk, apparently.
Greyhawk!
Weejas is the Sewell. goddess of magic, death, vanity, and law. I love Sewell's work on California's gold. Oh, I see here. It looks like you got some magic here.
Wow.
Wow.
You control the weave from in here?
So your symbol's a skull in front of a fireball?
Wow.
Wow,
That's
I've heard of
amazing.
symbols that are just skulls and fireballs, but 2 in 1?
Hunter was, the best BG3 team. Karnak, Gate, Shadowheart, Prove Me Wrong. I guess that must be Hunter's personal character. Prove Me Wrong.
Yeah. Well, what class was Prove Me Wrong? We Smooge. I would love if We Jas became Dungeons & Dragons Glup Shido equivalent.
We have gone to Greyhawk on Wizworld Live.
You've gone?
We've
Greyhawk?
visited Greyhawk before. Weejas was not there.
No Weejas.
No
I can't
Jas.
believe no. Was there a large Jas?
No. Well, there was a Jazz Fatson.
Well, I mean that's good.
Those are
Size not
pretty
as
much
clear.
everywhere.
Yeah, but we love having Jas Fadsons, even though they're all over the multiverse.
Constant,
Multiverse full of them.
ubiquitous.
Walking that back immediately.
I'm not the one who said it. I didn't walk back anything. Tab is now named Prove Me Wrong. We snaw honk shoo me. The files are inside the computer. We're allowed to have one living Greyhawk. Speaking of living things, Gale is, depending on the choices you make in Baldur's Gate 3, a living being.
It's true.
So let's see what you living beings picked on this question. 6 of you said Mistra. 7 of you said Selûne. None of you thought it was Shar, the goddess of loss. And only 1 of you thought it was the iconic Weejas, who is coming to Jabba's palace alongside Cy Snoodles and the Max Rebo band. Well, the correct answer is, of course, Mistra.
Goddess of Magic.
Mistra, the goddess of magic, and
Now, somebody
specifically...
picked Selûne, the goddess, one of the goddesses of the moon.
Yes, well, and sister to Shar.
Right.
And anything that belongs to Selûne also belongs to Shar.
You don't gotta tell me.
I don't. And these are all gods in the D&D pantheons, but the correct answer, as we said, is Mistra. The Mistra, featured in Baldur's Gate 3, is actually the 3rd version of Mistra. This goddess was originally a mortal known as Midnight, who ascended to goddesshood after the death of the 2nd Mistra.
Okay.
She's also known as the mother of all magic, as she tends to the weave, which is, of course, what makes magic possible. I know you were about to say it, Intern.
Yes, that is. I knew that. It was just like Loki's season 2.
Sort of like the
Weave, the loom.
the
know.
flux capacitor.
Yes.
That's what makes time travel
Yeah.
possible.
Exactly.
And Hunter says she's also the goddess of being friggin' smoking hot, am I right? And
Yes.
seems to be in her domain, yes.
It's
in her ledger.
She's a 7.
She's a 7, says Amoenus Franco.
As soon as she starts talking, she's a 7.
Well, let's see who else is a 7 by going to our leaderboard, where I'm just here for suffering is a 7. But nonetheless, Anton Chekhov Gutfeld. Oh, no, not Gutfeld. Glutfeld. You are not Gutfeld. The sports fucking bard is in first. Amoenus M. Bard 17 in second. Mere 26 points behind. Hunterius von Edovich, level 6 co-host in third. 1B will fall asleep at some point, but that point is not now, as they're in 4th place. They could remain in 4th place even after falling asleep, but they got points on the board. And the 4th Doctor is in the movie, is in 5th. Negative charisma in 6th. I'm just here for suffering, holding on to 7th, not answering. Roll for potatoes in 8th. Bonus Targus, Harbinger of the Green in 9th. I'm bad at trivia, but check out my Thok 0. In 10th, Bootleg Bard in 11th. More like dumbass and damnedest do. In 12th, Opala Cobalt Allah. In 13th, Rule of Fool in 14th, and P Holder.
Yeah.
Holding on to some negative points in 15th. Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard, answered it quickest, while Moinus answered second quickest. Wow. P Holder lost the most points, losing 800.
Let's see. I'm not Gutfeld, I'm a human being.
Oh, you're right. You are a human being.
Gross.
Gutfield!
Gutfield. You gotta treat Odie better.
Oh, I bet he doesn't hate Mondays, but I bet he would hate question number 2. Which continent is the key setting of Dungeons & Dragons Forgotten Realms? Faerun, Hyboria, Tamriel, or Westeros? No, fuck, says Missy Information. I did this last time, too. I also just remembered something I did last time, right now. Missy Information.
This question is very easy if you've been to all of these worlds.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah, I mean, we both have, so.
Of course.
Which is your favorite vacation at? I have some time off coming up in the next, what was it?
He gave you time off?
You said in the next 3 millennia?
Sure.
Yeah, so in the next 3 millennia, I definitely have some time off.
Okay, now do you want a relaxed vacation or like an adventuring vacation?
Ooh, well, I do go on a lot of adventures, but I love to relax by watching other people's suffering.
Also, just to be clear, you are capped. You can't take that time off this millennia, but you are capped into how much time off can go into the next millennia.
Okay, well, good to know.
But this whole millennia is blackout dates. So, you know.
Good to know. Thank you, Fluval. I really appreciate it.
And don't use time travel. That won't.
Yeah.
It's your personal timeline. So it doesn't. You can't use a DeLorean to get out of this.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Well, I would say you should go to Hyboria.
Okay.
Head to Aquilonia.
Okay.
Take in some of the gladiatorial games.
Oh, I love gladiatorial games.
Yeah. There you go.
They're conscripted, right?
Of course.
Oh, wonderful.
Slavery's
My favorite.
huge in Hyboria, actually.
Love
Much
that.
like the state of California. Yeah. I bet they would say, no, I don't think... Thank you for the bits, Frank. They would also say, nah, I don't think we should let them choose not to work. So you made your choice of where you'd vacation.
Yes.
I wasn't
So
really
the
paying
next
attention to what you were saying.
3 millennia, I'm going to go watch the gladiatorial games.
In Aquilonia.
In Aquilonia.
Does Aquilonia also have
Jewel of
gladiator-themed bus stops all around it?
Yeah, notice that here in Hell, huh?
Yeah.
They spent millions
Yes.
putting Gladiator 2 signs on all of the public transit instead of making better public transit.
There's also a giant edifice reminding you that Gladiator 2 is coming out when you go down the main thoroughfare.
You know, all of the movies come from Hell, but it's like everyone here is afraid that you'll forget that movies exist.
I mean, I was in a northern part of Hell, a higher ring, where it's like they'll forget that computers
Yes,
come
the same
from there.
thing.
And you need to know.
Zendesk? Yes, we have.
Yeah, you know, I heard Intern Forrest was wandering around this circle of hell and saw a VPN billboard and said out loud, "Oh, I feel like I'm at home."
Your favorite Outcast album.
It's a good one. Now let's see which of you got a good answer to this question. Oh, I heard the third circle of hell is now just Web 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
are on a chain.
You are on a chain.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you are all very fungible. So those tokens might outlive you. All yours, as you're tortured by Seth Green's missing board ape. Well, that's what you all picked. 10 of you said Ferun. 4 of you said Hyboria. 1 of you said Tamriel. And none of you thought it was Westeros. See, the torture there would start off very good. And then just kind of taper out as it goes to the end of it.
Once you get to hour 8, it's not so good.
Yeah. Which one of you said Tamriel? Well, the correct answer is, of course, Ferun. But let's see, which one of you said Tamriel? Boo. I can see which one of you messed up.
He can see that? My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Fluval sees all.
I see
That's
all. It just takes a little bit, so there's
Blogtoven says it was Blogtoven.
Fair enough.
It was Blogtoven. Blogtoven is the 4th Doctor is in the movie, which I should have known was... But see, usually Blog is in Blog's name.
This is true.
Tamriel
is
from
the
Elder
Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls. Hyboria is, of course, on Earth. It's just Earth from eons in the past.
Yes.
That is where Conan strides.
Oh.
It is. And Westeros is, of course,
The
main
Western
center.
continent on the world where the Song of Ice and Fire takes place.
Yes.
Does the world have a name?
Great question.
Which world?
The world of Ice and Fire. The planet they're on.
Oh, I thought you were asking in general. Like, does the world have a name? And I need to know, did you mean, because, like, they mostly, I presume, do. I mean, the world of Dungeons & Dragons does have a name.
is the name of this world.
Okay.
Faerun is on the planet Aber Toro, which was
Yes.
for a while split into Aber and Toro, but has since been remerged.
Ooh,
And of course, the world of...
fancy.
Okay, that's very funny. I don't think it does have a name in Westeros, in Game of Thrones. The world is known as the known world, because they don't really know the whole planet.
Sure. Yeah, I guess so.
There's in a tiny little corner.
Think of Toril. Sure, that makes sense.
That makes sense. I see that, Missy. And blog, again, I know we already addressed this, but you're supposed to know it by learning things and getting questions correct.
Yeah.
I know that sometimes that, third dimensional beings struggle with knowing that they're supposed to get trivia questions correct, but...
Fluval's a bit sensitive today.
Well, what can I say? Except here's the leaderboard. Where Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard, which I don't approve of.
You're barely out tapping me.
So far, it's very similar to Lord of the Rings trivia, where
no.
the Argyle was just a little bit ahead of you the whole time. Well, the dimensional veil, I'm still in the frame. The dimensional veil is very thick tonight. No, don't do that. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not paying attention anymore.
Westeros is just actually San Bernardino County.
The robots are, well.
It was fully charged.
We just did it. No, yeah, it's fine. How's everyone doing this evening? By the way, is everyone all right?
How are we?
Better now that... Oh, Macy, I'm glad to hear that.
Westeros has no planet name because George is too busy bitching over minor adaptation choices on the TV show when he should be finishing those books.
He should really be finishing those books.
See, the problem is he got rich and famous before finishing his book. And so now he's like, well, I could also just have fun being rich and famous.
Blogtoven was okay until he was criticized for not knowing this shit.
Well, you should have known it.
Yeah.
If you didn't want to be criticized, you should have known it.
Yeah. He's too busy being famous, and that is more fun than writing.
So Blogtoven's too busy being famous,
I'll
is what you're saying?
be right back.
You're saying Blogtoven is too busy being famous.
Please, whatever you're thinking isn't worth it. Please let me go. Amoenus, why are you taping us down to this chair?
It's just temporary.
It is. We are in hell.
Yeah, no, it's to stop you.
Yes.
It's to stop you.
Why else would I tape someone in a chair except to stop them from doing something?
Blogtoven is a Facebook page. Sure.
I thought it was a blog.
Are you stuck in a time loop? Frankie would be a good serial killer, don't you think?
Who's that?
Who's Frankie?
That's a good question. I don't know. Hunter, who's Frankie? I love how just the edges of hell just sort of look like an apartment.
Yeah, it's great. I love so much about what's happening right now.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Everything going on right now is perfect and was exactly as what intended.
Yes, I agree. I think that it's super normal and super good.
I'm glad it's a little corner, though, so you can't see everything.
He would be a great murderer. I also agree, says H-Dub. Ooh, a ghost bro. Hell is other apartments.
Who are they saying would be a good murderer?
This mysterious Frankie?
When is this Frankie? Asks Blogtoven.
When is Frankie?
Yeah, Lena also is wondering when Frankie is. Gnarly says Silent Hill 4. Why? That's
Silent Hill 4
Frankie.
makes Doctor Who 7 look like Street Fighter 2.
Tom Baker's also in that. Oh, that's way worse. We'll be right back. How about that? How about we'll be right back after these messages?
Do you find your fins lacking a certain something? A little, je ne sais quoi, as it were? Then you need a hat. I, Fluval, love hats and think that if you want to be more refined, more higher dimensional, then you need to get yourself a hat. Tinfoil hat? Yes! Fedora? Absolutely. A sexy veiled number? No! That one is mine. But all the other hats can be yours. All you need to do is talk to Kevin, the best intern in the multiverse and proud inventor of the Hatinator. Let him point his dangerous-looking device at you and zap you with high-intensity 7th dimensional particles, and in no time at all, you will have a hat. You will still be a lowly 3rd dimensional scum and below me in every way, but at least with a hat, you will be dignified scum. Kevin's Hatinator, now servicing Alpha Centauri, Cupertino, and me, Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire. Hi there, I'm Johnny Dolphin, CEO and founder of Quixotic Ventures, and today I am here to share with you our newest innovation. Studies show that devoting yourself to something larger than yourself leads to happiness and balances your proper holiness, or pH, levels. It has been proven that the non-Euclidean geometry of a calf is most effective at nurturing your pH levels and providing the milk of self-knowledge. In the past, self-improvement may have been the journey of a lifetime, but thanks to the power of calf, now you can get it out of the way in an afternoon. Calf. Be best now.
On Wiener Dude alert, on Wiener Dude alert.
It's everyone's favorite. It's boredom days. And boredom is just 59 cents. Hurry on, Wiener Dudes. Come to boredom days. Only at On Wiener Schnitzel.
The pretzel war between Auntie-Ons and Wetzel's Pretzels was fought in 116,000 different places, from Stonestown in California to Cool Springs Galleria in Tennessee. More than 69 trillion mall rats fought in it. Huge foraging armies swept across mall food courts, leaving Sbarro's barren. The pretzel war made some rich, ruined others, and changed the lives of all mall rats forever. A lackluster cashier from Illinois who in 3 years became the general of Auntie-On's army. A student who rose to become Wetzel's head lich and pretzelmancer. The courtly aristocrat who believed too much sodium was bad for your diet, but whose passion for dessert pretzels forced her to pick a side. What began as a bitter dispute over pretzel ingredients ended as a struggle over the meaning of the mall itself. The Pretzel War. Check your local dimensional listings.
Oh, we're back.
Hello,
The system.
everyone.
You see, this is what happens when you trust an intern to set up a system
Okay, it's not
in an
the intern's
unusual
fault.
location. It is absolutely
There are
the
so many
intern's fault.
demons flying through.
Some of them are definitely interns.
Oh, Loops beat you again. Ha ha ha. Oh, we're back. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's what I thought. Here's question 3. Which of these is not the subtitle of a real Dungeons & Dragons movie? Honor Among Thieves, The Book of Vile Darkness, War of the Spider Queen, or Wrath of the Dragon God? See, a Ghost Bro is happy when we're back, which I'm not happy about. You're supposed to suffer.
I'm happy that a Ghost Bro's happy.
Ugh. They're supposed to suffer in my presence.
Yeah, I prefer the suffering.
I'm not a being of joy and all that.
No joy.
Joy and ... all that.
Joy, etc. I'm suffering. I'm evil. I am. Oh, you good? I'm glad you picked wrong, Missy.
Ha 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 ha.
Missy's stuck in a wrong answer loop.
Good. Yeah, maybe before you throw stones about who loops are beating, you are being beaten by the loops.
Ha.
Did you ever think about that?
Did you?
Did you?
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not moving the show forward until you answer that.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait.
We're just gonna wait.
Let me get more steam while we wait.
War of the Spider Queen might have been a Wizworld Live episode, says Fluval.
That's a very good title.
These are all real Dungeons and Dragons things. I'll say that. But one of them is not a movie. Oh, Missy is being beaten all the time.
We love this.
Honestly, screw you for this question, says Hunter Epic Twitch Gaming.
See, I had it down to 50-50. There were two that I knew were movie subtitles, and the other two I simply knew were D&D things, and I couldn't remember which one was the movie.
Okay. Which two did you know were movie things?
Honor Among Thieves and Book of Vile Darkness.
Yes, those are both movie things. But the one that is not a movie thing is War of the Spider Queen. As everyone who is paying attention knows,
Who's paying attention?
The War of the Spider Queen is a novel series focused on drow politics.
Oh.
That's why, because I just listened to that book series.
It's also a fucking book.
Shuby's referring to the Book of Vile Darkness.
Well, it's also a movie.
That's right.
I didn't say it was
It's a movie where they try to get the book.
of Vile Darkness. Yeah.
I love that. I love the book
Okay.
of the movie where they get the book.
Did you know that if you try to read the book, it can make you evil, and if you're too good, it will drive you insane to even try?
Ooh, but what if you're already super evil?
Then you're gonna love that book.
I'm so excited.
Awesome. Putting
Yeah,
that on my summer reading list.
If you're already evil,
Take it with you out to Aquilonia.
if you're already evil,
Amazing.
you're gonna love the Book of Vile Darkness.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take my word for it. But they're talking about Dungeons and Dragons 3, everyone.
Yes,
So it's-
yes.
Yes, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons 3,
Book
the
of
Book
Vile
of Vile Darkness. One of two directed by Jerry Lively. And this was written, of course, by Brian Rudnick and produced by Steve Richards. Not to be confused with Dungeons and Dragons Wrath of the Dragon God,
Oh.
which was written and story by Robert Kimmel and Brian Rudnick. But Robert Kimmel jumped ship after the second one. And Courtney Solomon, who directed the first one, produced the second one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's the original trilogy. When I say original trilogy, of course, we all think
You referred to the first D&D movie.
of the first Dungeons and Dragons movie. I mean, what else would it be? The novelization of Vile, yes.
The bald man does come back.
Yeah,
He's a recurring character from the first film.
yeah.
Adar, is that his name?
Well, Adar?
Isn't it something like that?
I think that might be from the Rings of Power.
It is. Well, of course. I know
Adar is a mountainous region in the south of Sarlona in Eberron.
What's the name of the bald gentleman in the
Dungeons and Dragons. I'm searching my mind palace
Yeah.
for Dungeons and Dragons Bald Man. And I got Bald Man Games.
Just look up the cast of the film.
I
Dungeons and
could
Dragons.
take the straight and narrow road.
Hunter, this must have been how the Dems felt.
I think if anything, if anything is something that the Dems could relate to, it's the moment our technology completely failed us in the face of an evil force known as gravity that we understand exists but can't fully comprehend and are feckless to do anything about until we use other things.
Classic.
Asmath? Is it Asmath?
No, I don't think so.
Robert Miano's Asmath?
God, I will find it.
Edward, is it Vildan Vilder? Elwood Gutworthy?
Well,
That's a very good name.
Elwood Gutworthy is a great name. Elwood has two quotes in my mind palace. If I ain't drinking, you sure ain't shopping. And the problem with elves is they ain't got no meat on their bones.
That must be the dwarf.
It's the dwarf.
Yes.
You gotta get yourself a nice 250-pound dwarf, yeah, with hair on her chin, yeah, that you can hang on to. Oh yeah, yeah.
the macho dwarf.
Yes, a macho dwarf.
Damodar.
Thora Birch
His
is
name
in
is
it.
Damodar.
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 So it is kind of like
me.
Adar, but it's Damodar.
Damodar. Oh yeah, he is the bald man.
Yes.
The bald man with the blue lips.
Yes.
The secondary antagonist of the 2000 film Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
And then the main enemy of the sequel.
Right.
My mind palace is collapsing as I try to perceive Feltful and Fluval simultaneously.
Wait, look. He's gonna...
Yes, Rem Lazar. Exactly, H-Dub.
Little Fluval kisses.
Mwah. Mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Damn you, Ada! Back into the
Damn
game
you,
with your
Ada.
white vans!
Damn, Ada. I love that the Rem Lazar reference got dropped in chat. That's so perfect, H-Dub. Almost as perfect as the fact that Amoenus got it wrong.
It's true.
P. Holder gained the most points on that question, getting 127 points, while
Oh.
Opalda Cobaldala lost the most points, losing 821 points. But Amoenus got it wrong, and we can... yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Says
yes.
Hunter as we go to the leaderboard, where Amoenus, despite getting it wrong, has actually risen to first place.
All who mocked me shall know pain.
1B will fall asleep at some point in second now. Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard.
Got it way wrong.
Way wrong in third. Hunterius von Edovich, level 6 co-host, also got it wrong. So despite their joy, they are also suffering off of that trivia question.
Ha.
As we go.
Blog.
Well, blog. In Dungeons and Dragons 2000, Marlon Wayans plays a rogue named
Perfect timing, blog comment.
Whoa.
Fingers.
Now let's hope you get it correct. It'll be very embarrassing if you now fail.
Is he Fingers, Snails, Snips, or Steelo, the skillful rogue?
Stilo.
Yes.
That's a great name for a rogue.
Fingers, Snails, Snips, or Steelo, the skillful rogue.
And Skilo, the skillful bard, can only cast Wish.
Yes, it's true.
It's actually limited Wish. He can become taller, or a little bit taller, a baller, or if he had a 6'4" Impala.
Yeah.
That's it.
And of course, he means a Impala who is 6'4".
That's right.
Yes.
And
yes.
it requires a diamond with 10,000 gold pieces to
Yes.
cast.
Blog says this is where I'm a Viking.
Oh,
Well, good for you.
you pillage and then set up a complicated North Sea empire? That's exciting.
You're the protagonist of a very early Blizzard Entertainment game, and you're lost.
Drinko, the clerk with an addictive personality.
Steelo, the most dishonest board game. Dang, I should have considered the 2000 when I answered. Yes, because this could be a trick question. Does Marlon Wayans play Steelo, the skillful rogue in 2023's Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves?
I don't think he appeared, did he?
He does not. He will appear in the next scary movie, though.
Oh.
They're doing another one?
They're doing another one. He announced it.
Oh, he decided that they're doing more.
No, the studio reached out to him
Oh.
because he was, of course, only involved in the first two scary movies. And then Charlie Sheen took the role of protagonist in Scary Movie 3, where the Zucker brothers took it over.
Right, yes.
And that led us to,
The lesser era of the Zucker
yes,
brothers.
the date movies.
H-Dub, it could always be a trick question. In fact, it frequently is. Sometimes all are correct answers. I've even seen none of the answers
Yes.
be correct.
Yeah, I bet it's someone with Z at the end. Well, let's see.
Sometimes every question is about the Star Trek TOS episode Cat's Paw.
I mean, that wasn't a trick. It was a Halloween. It was the Halloween episode.
That was the Star Trek trivia.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all about Cat's Paw.
Well, Halloween
In a way,
was-
it was a trick.
Well, I mean, it was all about. It was all about Star Trek.
Yes, listen.
That sure wasn't all
Your
over.
trick won. You don't
Yeah.
need to defend it again. I'm
We
saying
love
it was a
Z's, man.
successful
It
trick.
was 6 out of 11. That's true. And also, I mean, you know, you're all very lucky that this isn't just questions about dragons and dungeons.
It just really could have gone that way. And I believe during the Wednesday broadcast, there was a warning that there may be questions about menus or obscure needlepoint products put out by TSR.
In Intern Forest's homebrew setting, what is?
Yes, now that would have been incredible. Which of these is the name of the cleric which you must defeat in order to earn the kiss of the goddess?
Which of these is a character Intern Forest played in a non-streamed game of Baldur's Gate 3?
I'm guessing that's Steelo, the skillful rogue.
No, it was Sheev.
Oh,
It was Sheev, his character who looked evil.
Chevy
but
really
actually
wants
wasn't.
Drinko to be canon.
I mean, Drinko should be canon. Yes, it was John David Washington's job. That was the name of my character in Baldur's Gate 3.
Wow.
Anyway, I guess let's see what you picked.
Hey.
Oh, we already did. Snails is correct. 7 of you got it right. The correct answer is, in fact, snails.
R.I.P. Snails.
R.I.P. Snails, who dies? Yes, in the course of the film.
The chorus?
Chorus.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know. I didn't realize films had choruses.
But
They
when you
do.
want to pad out the runtime, you just play real number 2 over
Yeah.
a kid a few times.
Yeah, it's again a loop
Yeah, it's a
to
loop.
be on theme. And I mean, there is at least one film that has a chorus in it. It's called Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
Number 1 on TRL for weeks.
Yeah, it's true. It was. I mean, I think every Star Wars movie should have topped the TRL charts. There should have been a
Jedi
Dexter.
Rocks. The Ewok
Yub
Nub
Nub.
Nub song.
Yeah, Yub Nub.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been on twice. Special edition, and then they could have made TRL in 1983 just to
They
have
should
it.
go back and make TRL.
Yeah,
over there.
Return of the Jedi should have been number 1 on Dick Clark's American Bandstand. And of course, on that question, as you all already know, but I'm going to say anyway, Anton Glutfeld Chekhov, the sports fucking bard, gained the most points, gaining 943, while P Holder peed out their points, losing 854. As we go to our leaderboard, where Amoenus is still in first, despite being second in terms of points gained.
A lot of interesting jumping around in this one.
Yes. Yes, almost like you're using the spell jump.
Almost like that.
Quite like.
Or you're using Misty Step to teleport around the leaderboard. Only what you can see.
I prefer Shadow Walk.
There's upsides.
It's cool to walk in the shadows.
It is so cool to walk in the shadows. As Opala Kobaldala is learning, walking in the shadows of everyone else's score.
Oh no!
Oh, actually, no, really, negative charisma. No, yeah, it's Opala. I wanted to give you false hope by muttering something that implied perhaps I thought I had misread it.
Did you know that in older editions, if any of your ability scores goes negative, you perish immediately?
Oh.
I kind of like that.
Okay, so
You can get so uncharismatic that you die.
Usually by being drained by something. There's the only way.
Well, I guess I'm awkward now when I explode in a puff of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so dumb, I just fall over.
Well, the idea is that you're once you're negative, that means that your brain has ceased function.
But what about charisma? Is it your will to live? Are you pulling a Padme?
I'm not really sure. It's a good question.
Because now, Paladin, the whole idea is that it's their will.
Yeah.
That's why they are
a little
charisma
bit
casters.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
And I guess with warlocks, it's also I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's that if you have negative charisma, you can't even move your face or
Oh, you
emote.
can't
You have to,
even.
yes, I suppose. I guess that's it. You simply
Oh,
cannot
no.
even.
My paladin can't even, and so I'm done.
Missy wants to go to Ravnica. Ooh.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'd play as an elephant. No, these are the older. Well, like an elephant, like a Luxodon. You're an elephant person.
Oh, elephant person.
Yes.
I thought you meant just elephant.
Oh, I mean, I could also do that.
Stomp
You're an
it
elephant for the
around.
elephant.
I mean, I'd never forget any of my magic powers. I love how all warlock powers give you ultimate riz. So do I.
It actually would be neat to play some kind of high level mythological game with you and trick you into becoming an elephant to prove us wrong. And then you're trapped in elephant form.
Oh. Fluval can't be tricked.
That's what he wants to think.
Yeah, I can't be tricked and I can't be killed.
All right.
We've
So
tried.
then you should become an elephant with no issue whatsoever.
Ooh, it does sound pretty nice. I could paint.
That's right.
I can't paint very well right now. I mean, I can paint, but I have to make an intern trick be the vehicle of
You
my
can
will.
paint, but I think we should all be honest in that the bar's a little low for elephant paintings. Everyone's giving them a lot of credit on those paintings.
I mean, I don't know. I'm about to reveal a secret of history, so I'll make me big.
Oh,
Oh.
Do you know
okay.
Vincent Van Gogh was an elephant?
I did not know this.
Yeah, that's why it was really noticeable when he cut off his ear. and he could reach because he had his trunk.
Ah, right.
Unlike his arms, if he were a human.
Elephants don't have arms.
No, we're
The intern's saying that a
human.
human can also reach his own ear.
But he's an elephant.
Right, but
But he's not a human, so why is that? I
Right.
don't.
Good
No,
point,
yeah,
Fluval.
never mind.
Good job, Fluval.
But he's a.
Good job. You got me, Fluval.
No.
wait a
but-
minute. The first dogs playing poker painting was done in 1894.
Wow.
That is insane.
Computer, dogs playing poker. Computer,
24.
dogs playing poker. Hot. There it is. Thank you. The EUU really sealed it. Yeah, 1894.
Wow.
Oh, and they're nerd dogs.
I'd always
Wow.
assumed it was like at least like 1950.
Yeah, it felt very 1950s.
1894.
That's why Cafe 50s doesn't have one of these.
That's right.
Dogs Playing Poker by Cassius Marcellus Coolidge refers collectively to an 1894 painting, a 1903 series of 16 oil paintings commissioned by Brown and Bigelow to advertise cigars, and, according to an unreliable source, a 1910 painting.
So
Oh.
being a sellout hack is nothing new, I guess,
No.
what we're learning.
All 18 paintings in the overall series feature anthropomorphized dogs, but the 11 in which the dogs are seated around a card table
Yeah, exactly.
have become known in the United States as an example of kitsch art in home decoration. Yeah, if I was an elephant, I could paint these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a direct result of the Industrial
Now,
Revolution.
Pull up an elephant painting.
It sold for $658,000 at a 2015 auction.
Ooh.
Dogs Playing Poker, not elephant painting.
Well, that's a painting of an elephant.
This is the second result I got. I think an elephant must have done this. It's an elephant self-portrait, I imagine. Alright, did you mean this one? That's not the tab that's being shared. Did you mean this type of thing?
I mean, that doesn't look real.
That's what you always say. Or do you mean like Suda, the painting elephant?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
Because you paint that with your nose?
No. Alright.
No.
I am corrected.
Wow.
I sit corrected.
Imagine if Van Gogh painted it. Have you seen the picture of an elephant and a little bald boy?
What does that mean?
You mean when Babar met Caillou?
Did Baba meet Caillou?
It's a crazy multiverse. All sorts of things have happened.
True.
Babar Caillou. No, not in your universe.
I see.
The first result was a YouTube video about Babar, and it called Babar and Caillou Win a War. But I don't think I think
Win a
they meant
war?
for like PBS ratings or something.
They're successfully suppressing the Indian revolt.
That sounds like Babar. A little surprised by Caillou though.
Shammy,
Oh.
could you post a link that works?
Oh, I got it. Yeah. You think an elephant painted this?
Probably.
Ashes and snow.
Ashes and snow, ashes and snow, ashes and snow.
Is that like a letter Sting album?
It does seem like a Sting album, yeah.
Feels like one.
Yeah, he recorded this on the set of Only Murders in the Building.
Sting is in that?
Yeah.
Does he play his character from Dune?
No,
That's a shame.
he stretches far more and plays himself.
Oh.
Ah.
You saw it, so I don't know why you're surprised.
Oh, no. I'm just that he stretched more to play himself than Harkonnen.
Fade
Fade Rotha.
Fade Rotha. Yes, thank you.
The Austin Butler part.
Yes.
Thank you for the bits, Frank.
Thank you for the bits, Frank.
Thank you so much.
Feels so great to be able to say it.
It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you for the bits, Frank.
Thank you.
That helps Intern Kristie on their travels to craft fairs and stuff.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I take it everywhere I walk.
I'm an elephant in New
New
York.
York. Elephants shower with their noses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if
Humans
you
take theirs off first.
I don't want to get water in there.
Right, yeah, that'd be gross.
Well, you can call me Snapple, because both of those are true facts.
Thank you, Snapple.
As is question number 5.
Oh.
Tom Hanks was in which movie? Warning of the dangers of Dungeons and Dragons. Critical Role, Dark Dungeons, Mazes and Monsters, or The Dungeon Master?
Snapple? Where am I? I want to go home.
Nice. Water for elephants. What do you think of this image on this question?
Happy Thanksgiving.
A little disturbing.
Of a Tom Hanks turkey hybrid dancing for its own slaughter.
I mean,
see,
I've been to a lot of universes where that's true.
you
Yeah.
can see a little ankle monitor because he was part of the storm that came and arrested all the pedo celebrities, and that's why he was hiding in Australia.
I see.
Really?
Remember that?
Oh.
Remember that whole QAnon
I do.
thing where they're like Oprah and Tom Hanks are actually out on work release from their pedophilia?
I do remember that. Yeah, that was a whole active theory that humans came up with.
Yeah, imaginative bunch.
From the twisted minds that brought you war. Because I just inflict suffering by making you do outrageous trivia.
It's fun.
It's fun suffering. It's top shelf.
It's top shelf. Not gauche.
No.
Right. Fluval has an ear necklace, but they were ears that were donated.
Oh, yeah.
Very
yeah.
different.
Yeah. Sustainably harvested, locally sourced ears.
Right.
They were free range, too. They could walk wherever they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And Fluval's Operation Phoenix is to make a phoenix, not to terrorize the people of South Vietnam.
No. I also gave extra psychic powers to a mutant girl.
Oh.
And she renamed herself Phoenix in gratitude for my project,
Right.
but couldn't tell anyone about it.
Right,
So she
right.
said, "Oh, a flaming bird from outer space possessed me and gave me magic powers."
They're
And
like,
I mean,
you don't do it for the glory.
no,
Right?
and I mean, I even have someone else is here with me who can confirm that that is 100% true with Marvel canon. Excelsior! It's me, Stan the Man Lee, and that is in fact the secret origin of the Phoenix.
Wow.
Excelsior!
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, also, yell Excelsior, you excellent creator!
Excelsior!
Thank you for listening to Stan the Man.
Of course. I will always listen to Stan the Man.
Can we start an operation to terrorize the citizens of South Phoenix, Arizona, or really any part of
I
Phoenix?
don't think we should do that or say that.
I'm not.
I feel like they've got that together themselves.
Here's the thing. Had I read that comment before I brought it up and read it? No. No, I charged into that one unthinking.
Excelsior!
Excelsior! The sun is doing enough. Yeah, the sun's
Yes.
got it under control. We don't
True.
need to do anything else. But you know what we do need to do?
Good
See what you
leaderboard.
picked. No, we're not there yet.
Oh.
Don't rush me, Amoenus.
My mistake! Sorry, Snapple.
One of you said a critical role. None of you said it was Dark Dungeons. This was Lord of the Rings trivia when I was doing this. That's right.
Yeah.
10 of you said mazes and monsters. And one of you said the Dungeon Master. This turkey-ass pumpkins isn't doing it for me. Any questions? That was you who said the Dungeon Master. What, do you know what it is?
Yes, I do.
I would go with what everyone else did.
His
Oh,
mazes
you're a
and monsters.
sheeple.
Yes.
Well, let's see if being a sheeple pays off. It does. It's mazes.
That's why she has such luscious wool.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Precisely.
3 bags full. The correct answer is 1982's Mazes and Monsters, which was Tom Hanks' first leading film role.
I am the maze controller, and I say this game is over.
He
You
plays.
don't have clips today, so I thought I would fill
Oh
in.
yeah.
the dialogue.
Thank you. He plays a college student who slowly loses the ability to distinguish between the game and the real world. He thinks he's a holy man named Pardieu. Pardieu. His belief that he must be pious, humble, and celibate to level up causes him to break up with his girlfriend and journey to New York to scale the Twin Towers.
What?
Those are all accurate things about that movie.
He later moves to Saudi Arabia and becomes heavily involved in construction.
No. God, so true. Yes.
You know, in real life, the kid was probably just gay and like needed a week away from his homophobic friends. It turns out.
Probably.
It turns out even that the private investigator, because it's based on a true story in the sense that it was a news story about this kid. But the PI who like went after him was like, this is all wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's 2 ways. It's just like raising Rem Lazar.
Yeah.
So this is like the walk, but with a TTRPG nerd. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
They offered him a lucrative construction contract. When he got there, he had to share a dorm with 40 other Tom Hankses. Yeah, it's so true. So true. I'm glad all of you were able to bring these Snapple true facts. As we go to the leaderboard, where Amoenus is holding on to first place, despite Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard, getting the most points.
Ooh.
They got 929 points, while Hunterius Von Edovich, level 6 co-host, gained the second
zooming
most
on
amount
up
of
there.
points, because they get 920 points. While you, Amoenus, you gained a mere 912 points.
Yeah, 900.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Thoughtful.
While Blogons and Blagons lost the most points. So you're doing better than them. Your apology is not accepted, by the way.
I was apologizing to Feltville. I'm not apologizing to Snapple.
I'm not Snapple.
You said to call you Snapple.
I did. That doesn't make it true.
Well, now you're calling Fluval a liar.
No, I was joshing.
He was being tricksy.
I'm not gonna call you Josh. I'm sticking with Snapple.
You're not. Well, thank you for not calling me a wine brand. I would hate to be called Josh Winery.
All right, Apothic. Relax.
Oh, no. You better not call me Menage a Trois. I hate that one for 2 reasons.
They have a bourbon barrel aged one that's quite good.
Oh, you're saying Fluval is Snapple? That's not me.
Missy, yeah, I think that's correct.
That's the other fish. That's my horrible imitator
Oh,
who appears when I can't make it.
I see.
When the dimensional veil is just too thick for me to be able to beam into your dimension.
Have you ever encountered like a fifth dimensional imp who's like a big fan of yours and he's like called like Fluvius Pitlick or something?
I will.
I think that would be kind of neat.
I will. Original idea, do not steal. I met Fluvorp,
Oh.
That's
who
true.
looks sort of like me but yellow and is happy and wants to spread joy and
Oh.
loves Jay Leno.
Poor Jay Leno.
Repulsive.
Poor Jay Leno. You saw he fell down a
Yes,
hill.
I know, that's why I'm saying it.
Wait,
well,
Jay
fell
Leno
down a
fell
hill,
down a
quote
hill?
unquote.
He says he fell down a hill and now he has an eye patch. There's eyes underneath there. It's just a lot of swelling.
Wait, how did he fall down a hill?
Some people think that he was beaten up for gambling debts.
Oh, I assumed it was car related.
I thought he got drunk and fell down a hill.
I don't think he really drinks.
I don't think so either. That would be a wild story. Either way, it's a wild story, I'll tell you that much. Mavis beat his ass for buying another car.
Apparently, Mavis has like early stage Alzheimer's.
Oh, that's not a funny anecdote.
No, it's not.
You know what is a funny anecdote, though? That Haha Gnarly once read a fan manga about Fluvito, which is the fusion of Fluval and Vegeta. Why would it be Fluvito? That sounds like the fusion of me and Fritos. which I would never do.
Right, you've never eaten matter.
Conan did it.
Conan
Says
did it?
Summersbane.
I thought I heard Summersbane puttering around the tower a
Yes.
moment ago.
A Dorito flavored. You won't see it, but my eyes are lasers right now because
Yeah.
I'm mad at you, Maddie. Fluvital. What does that mean with xylitol? Why does Summersbane's PFP look like a Chad meme? Giga Chad Bane.
I have no idea. I don't know what his profile picture
Like
looks
this.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him in disguise
Yes.
to find victims at a adult hide and seek game.
Oh, and H-Dub says it was Fallon.
Ah,
I bet he tousled.
well, yes. Jay
The
Leno,
Lich's hair.
Jay Leno claims to have fallen down a cliff.
That was you at the jam. He looks like he's running for district attorney. Well, you know what you can vote for? Question number 6.
Wait a minute, but after question number 5, isn't there usually not a raffle?
But unfortunately, I did not bring the Nada tickets with me to hell.
So there's still not a raffle after question 5.
Oh, I mean, I suppose, you know what? You're right. It's time for everyone's favorite segment. Here's question 6.
Oh,
Question 6 isn't a raffle.
that's true. There's still not a raffle.
Which of these is not featured on USPS's Dungeons & Dragons stamps?
Didn't know they made
Archlich Acererak, Akarak? How do I say this?
Acererak, usually?
Yeah, there we go. Drizzt Do'Urden. Strahd von Zarovich, or Tiamat.
This is a difficult one because all of those would make an equally delightful stamp.
And 3 of these are on stamps. One of them is not. This is not a trick. There's 3 of these.
Drizzt has to be on a stamp. Strahd.
Winging it, says Hunter. Drizzt, says Summersbane. What the fuck, says Missy Information. Party 25, says Frank, and thanks for the bits.
Thank you for the bits, Frank.
Drizzt has to be on
Doing
the stamp,
well.
says Hunter. Why?
Drizzt has got to be one of the stamps.
You know what is fun?
He's so popular.
No Baldur's Gate stamps. There's no Lae'zel stamp. No Raphael stamp.
No one's sending mail anymore.
I mean, send mail, though. Support the USPS, send mail.
I mean,
We did our part.
Yeah.
We sent all sorts of
I
trash
think
in
the
the
main
mail.
way to support USPS would be if Joseph Biden used any of his powers to do anything except explode children, and maybe replace the guy in the charge of the USPS. That would help the USPS.
Unfortunately, that would be malarkey, so he just
would be
cannot do
malarkey.
it. He cannot do
He
it.
simply must allow Ukraine to
Yes.
launch nuclear weapons at Russia.
He cannot engage in any malarkey. It is a law of the universe. It's the secret
This
law.
universe stinks.
I mean, yeah, that's the weave. That's the equivalent of the weed in Joseph Robinette Biden's Earth. I'm basing this off who has a Magic the Gathering card.
That's a smart way to do it. But I think for me, Strahd seems to be like the least recognizable as a stamp because he just looks like Dracula. So that's why I guessed Strahd.
Well, the world is a vampire, but is a stamp? Let's see. 1 of you said the Archlich. 4 of you said Drizzt, who has Riz. 4 of you said Strahd von Zarovich. See, I started not doing the voice, and then found the voice partway through reading his name.
You want it in there.
And 1 of you said Tiamat, the dragon with too many heads.
Well, it's the goddess of all chromatic dragons.
Potato. The correct answer is Strahd. Ah! Yes! Your Drizzt is too hot not to be on a stamp, and absolutely, he is too hot to not.
And Acererak is an archer, so he's incredibly cool, and I assume he's in like demi-lich form, so he's just a bejeweled skull, perhaps, on the stamp.
What form is he in on the cover of the Dungeon Master's Guide?
Oh, he's big old archer like Acererak.
Because they
just used that art.
just reused a bunch of art from source books.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
that's kind of lame. Like it'd be neat to make him like
this is the
stamps.
full set.
Okay,
Some nice art there.
sure. Oh, so it's actually kind of recent stamps.
Yes.
Yes.
Intern Kristie might have heard some nerds talking about waiting in line to get them at the post
that might be
office.
why. Yes.
Ah.
Yes, there's the bronze dragon, the ad, the non-functional fandom wiki sticker. There's
Does that say
Tiamat.
D&D forever? Just like Wizworld.
Yes,
Yeah.
D&D USA. Now, what's interesting is on this one, on all these sample ones, forever is crossed out in USA forever. Is it a prophecy being foretold? But yes, there's bronze dragon, Tiamat, Maze.
Maze.
Not nuns.
Underutilized spell.
Yeah.
Maze.
Magic missile. With another hot elf. There's the Archlich.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then Drizzt, being a real dark elf hottie.
Yep.
Twinkle over his shoulder.
Oh.
And a twinkle in his eye.
Absolutely. Twinkles all around. And then, of course, this is just classic art from
yes!
earlier editions. I
That's
love
the
that this
stuff.
made it. This is...
Now that's a stamp.
Yes. I was at Intern Forest was at a recent craft fair, and there was great art, like, lacquered onto wood. You know how the lacquer prints onto wood?
Sure.
People were looking, and they were like, ooh, I think I like this naked lady. And then there was a guy fighting a bunch of orcs, and Intern Forest was like, now that's what I'd get.
Give me that.
Give me the
I can see
warriors.
Naked Lady anytime.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get to see orcs.
You can lacquer prints onto wood.
Yeah.
So someone could take the Cynthia seal that I put out
Yeah.
and lacquer that onto wood.
I don't know if it's a lacquer, but it seems lacquer-like.
Well, because Cynthia likes.
Yeah.
Cynthia loves
Cynthia,
wood
yeah.
now. So Cynthia could put herself on like
Absolutely.
a nice like, round of wood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's green dragon blood. Maybe that's involved in the process.
Yeah, that could be one of the important components.
Yeah. Death Knight.
Did you know that green is ironically one of the least eco-friendly pigments?
That makes sense.
Inks to
Makes
make.
sense. But it is ironic,
Deeply ironic.
don't you think?
Yes.
It's like rain on your wedding day. Here's a purple worm.
What else is it like?
I'll leave that to you to imagine.
It's like when you need a spoon, but all you got is a knife.
Yeah. It's just like that. That's what I think. That's fucked. There really should have been a snail stamp.
Yeah, justice
Yeah.
for snails.
Yeah. Based answer a little too off of who's not a Forgotten Realms guy, too.
What's under that leather? Just my arm.
Gross. Flesh? Gross.
No,
Well, it's metaphorical flesh.
no Bahamut. I mean, that's the best type. Metaphorical flesh. The concept of a flesh, you might
right.
say.
That's right.
As we go now to where everyone knows we have to go.
Where?
The leaderboard?
Yeah, Amoenus knew at least. I guess you didn't, intern. Where Anton Chekhov, Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard, has taken first
sure.
place, with Amoenus falling
I
in
played
the
it
second.
safe on that one.
Huntarius von Edovich, level 6 co-host in third. 1B will fall asleep at some point, but that point has still not happened. As they're in fourth, and negative charisma in fifth. I take it back. That point has happened. 1B did not answer that question.
Okay, there we go.
But is
All
just
right.
moving around the leaderboard based on everyone else's
Sure,
mistakes.
Yeah.
Haha.
Anton Chekhov Glutfeld, the sports fucking bard, gained the most points, getting 890 points, while P-Holder lost 900.
Love that.
Their bladder empty, and they are defeated as they go to question number 7. The 1980s Dungeons & Dragons cartoon focuses on a party of friends who are transported into the world of D&D after riding a dark ride. Which of these classes is not represented in their party? Barbarian, fighter, ranger, or wizard? And I like to imagine this dark ride is much like Hershey Park's Reese's Cup Fusion, where riders are transformed into a party, which does not feature which of these classes? Have you seen the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon, intern?
No.
You haven't?
I have not.
Intern Charisma, you haven't seen it?
I have not seen this. No.
You don't know about Dungeon Master?
I have no idea who Dungeon Master could
They were
be.
they also they were in the new D&D movie as one of the other parties in the maze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I looked at their stuff earlier, and I did not pay attention to which precise classes were in the
Yeah.
composition of the party.
You don't know, remember the iconic character of Hank?
No.
What about the D&D character of Eric?
No.
What about Diana?
She's the girl.
Yeah, well, so... no, there's also Sheila. There's also Sheila. There's
Okay,
two girls.
that's right. That's right.
What about Bobby?
2 girls?
Couldn't tell you.
And what about Presto?
Is Presto the... No, because the
Barbie.
little red guy, that's the Dungeon Master.
Yeah. Dungeon Master's a little red guy.
Little red guys.
I
really
just love-
bringing the power.
Yes, by the way, this is a repeat question. You are...
I guessed Barbarian because it wasn't really a common class at the time.
It's not a repeat question. You're wrong.
I didn't say it was.
No, the blog's wrong, not you.
All right, Snapple.
I just love that their names are Hank, Eric, Diana, Sheila, Bobby, and Presto.
Presto.
Well, let's see what you all picked. 4 of you said Barbarian, 3 of you said Fighter, 1 of you said Ranger, 3 of you said Wizard. I think that the Barbarian point is reasonable. But yeah, it's wrong.
Fighter.
The correct answer is, in fact,
There's
Fighter.
a Barbarian and not a fighter. I was like, I know it's
Yeah.
one of them.
Hank the Ranger is the party leader and is voiced by Bible Man himself, Willie Ames. He's the brave and noble leader of the group, probably because he's in the armor of God.
The full armor of God.
Eric the Cavalier is a comic relief character with a heart of gold. Diana the Acrobat. These were actual classes once upon a time. I
Yeah.
know you're confused as why these aren't in 5th edition. Diana the Acrobat wields a quarterstaff and provides guidance and support for her friends. Presto the Magician is a wizard
Right.
Oh.
with a magic hat, and his spells often fail.
All I can think now is probably saying, I'm afraid the armor of God will be quite operational when your prayers arrive. Christian Palpatine.
Always 3 there are. And yet 1. Sheila the thief has a cloak of invisibility and is afraid of being left alone.
Rise, youth pastor Vader.
Good, your testimony has made you powerful.
The lock-in at the rec center has left me scarred and deformed. Really got Fluval with that one.
The ability to read the Bible yourself is a powerful thing, not... only a... Catholics don't let you do that. Only
It's
one...
kind of a Martin Luther figure,
Yes.
I suppose, yeah.
The ability to read the Bible as a lay member is a power only one has achieved, but together we can discover the secret. I got there.
Have you heard the story of the Council of Nicaea? Chat is just silently waiting for our Bible jokes to end.
Oh, they're not actually... The Book of Thomas is not a book the Council of Nicaea would teach.
Why are there apocrypha? Because someone erased it from the church memory.
Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Methuselah, the oldest fuck? Hey, I was making my Bible punchlines.
Thank you, Missy Information.
Thank you, Missy Information. Or, as I would also say, Missy Information. Stop making a talking ass out of me.
Well, get your head out of there.
Well, Missy, you got the question wrong, so that kind of makes an ass out of you. You lost 902 points. But Bonus Targus, Harbinger of the Green, gained the most points.
Wow,
gaining
well done,
602.
Bonus Targus.
But Amoenus has retaken the lead, despite losing 280 points on that
Really
question.
crazy jockeying on this
There's some
episode.
real jockeying, yes, on this game of grand trivia.
Bible.
Bible. I want C.O. Bible, the Christian Star Wars character.
Just a Bible in a pod racer.
Yeah.
Just
A communications disruption can mean only one thing. The adversary. Methuselah for 969 years. Nice, plus 900. It's Bible Libel. Elysia, controller of she-bears.
You don't think that he can meet old Josh Christos? Yeshua. Now there's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Well, since when I was Logos.
I would love to know if anyone is keeping up at this
Oh,
point.
Missy is.
Missy, yeah,
Missy is 100%. Who would win? One she-bear versus 42 youth. The viewer count has gone down since we started doing the Bible jokes. Bible
Everyone
droid.
has tuned out of the Bible jokes.
A Bible. I got you. I went to Catholic school and all that. Just sewing.
Oh, you're sewing.
Sewing.
So much sewing tonight. We like to see it.
Yes, we do like to see it. And if you see something, sew something. Including question 8. In 2023's Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, who plays the halfling ex-husband of the barbarian Holga Kilgore? Is it Bradley Cooper, Broden Kelly, Mark Bonanno, or Tom Morello?
I like this. That was a very funny little scene they did.
No! I clicked an answer trying to switch screens. Good.
Ha!
I'm Jar Jar Binks. And the wrong one. So three of these
I'm
people...
so sorry for your suffering.
Now, all of these people are in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
I know who two of them are.
Which two do you know?
Tom Morello and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yes, well, they are both in it. Do you know... Which of these do you know, intern?
I know Bradley Cooper.
Oh. Okay.
He was in the Silver Linings Playbook.
You definitely... He sure was.
Of all his films.
He sure was. Saul. Now that's a name I haven't heard.
Oh,
in
plug
quite some
yes! Yes!
time. Yes, Broden and Mark are in the movie.
Are they some of the corpses in the scene where he's... I loved that scene because it's so
Yes.
real. I mean, who among us has not had to do that? That
yeah.
was a delightful scene where they kept asking the wrong questions.
All 3 corpses are Auntie Donna.
I
members.
see. That makes sense.
But, so now I guess you know they're not the ex-husbands. It's Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Yes. But, you know, like I said, they're all in it.
It was an incredible scene. And as someone who's gone on many adventures, I thought the film captured the spirit of adventure and the spirit of Dungeons & Dragons quite well.
Yes. And Tom Morello is Kimothy Stormhollow, who's a spectator at the High Sun Games.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I like Kimothy Stormhollow.
Yeah.
Timothy.
Missy, listen, I, as a matter of honor, go all in on every final question where you can go all in. So I may lose all my points.
It was a great scene, Hunter. I loved that they used a spell mechanic to mine comedy.
Yeah. And yes, onto that also, players who are fed up with whatever the DM's got going on.
Absolutely. In my head, it was funny to think of Mark Bonanno as ex-husband of a main character barbarian, as someone who has not seen the movie. Well, it's also funny, but Bradley Cooper's pretty good in it, too.
They make him real small, and his wife is so big.
That's the core game they're playing, yeah. And now, you know, it would have been cool if it was just another person and not Silver Linings Playbooks. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Or aliases.
It did not need to be Bradley Cooper.
It did not need to be aliases Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Or American Snipers Bradley Cooper.
Lena, I agree.
You know what film is great?
Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah.
Honor Among Thieves.
That is a great game. And a great movie. They're playable characters, too. You can play as them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Hasbro was willing to gift that. Leonard Bernstein! Says Blog COVID. Yes, Leonard Bernstein, my favorite Dungeons & Dragons character. As played by Bradley
Mainly
Cooper.
charisma.
Yes. Well, you know, I think we all won on that question, but Anton Chekhov, Gluttfeld, the sports fucking bard, won the least because they lost 958 points, while Honoris Von Edovich, level 6 co-host, gained the most, getting 924 points. 1B didn't fall asleep, by the way. 1B answered that one correctly.
1B.
So welcome back to the land of the wake. Awoken 1B, gaining 874 points.
1BPR, let your head fall to the pillow.
I think you probably would have done better if it had come out after Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I mean, or at least more people would have been the Leonardo
It did
DiCaprio.
fine, just not enough for Hasbro to, like, it was
Still did
quite
good.
profitable.
Yes.
In fact.
But the amount of people who would have done the Leonardo DiCaprio meme when they say Baldur's Gate, if it had been after that, would have been far higher.
Right.
Instead, when we
They would have drawn a nude lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Leonardo DiCaprio did.
Yeah. And when Intern Forrest Emily watched it, that was a moment of Intern Forrest being like, they said Baldur's Gate. And I'd be like, okay, sure.
Yep. They sure did.
They sure did, just like they said the leaderboard. Where Amoenus has retaken the lead with 4,223 points. With 1B will fall asleep at some point in second with 3,975 points. Huntorius Von Edovich, lowest his co-host in third with 3,860 points. While Anton Chekhov, Gluttfeld, the sports fucking bard, is fucking their way across fourth place. With negative charisma, hot on their heels with 920 points. Still anyone's game.
Somehow alive.
Yes. Oh, they're going to do a TV show.
Lena, that sounds miserable.
That does sound not as good.
I don't know who Ralston Ferbster is, but it sounds like an awful time. And look, if he can capture the tone, but with non-famous people, I think actually the show, my initial reaction was Paramount Plus show, miserable. But if he can capture the tone, it could be good.
He wrote and directed Dodgeball.
Okay, that miserable.
Yeah. He directed We're the Millers.
Okay.
Skyscraper with The Rock.
No.
The Division.
Oh no.
He's going to do a live-action Voltron movie.
Oh, so he's kind of the new game adaptation guy.
He did Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, and The Rock, a movie that allegedly exists.
It does exist. I've been forced to witness it. Forced is I'm being a little over the top, but I saw Red Notice. The Instagoblins wanted to know what a movie was.
And that's what they saw?
It was the first thing they saw.
I mean, one of the last things, because they don't live that long.
Well, yeah. I let them see a nice forest after that.
Okay, good. Like a person or like the woods?
No, the woods.
Oh, okay. Let's go to question 9 then. Our penultimate question in... Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm doing what Void asked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That would be wild. He'd probably be like...
It'd be like his
a
character
fighter.
from Tsunkatsu.
Yeah. Or his character from Jumanji. Or his character from Walking Tall.
Walking Tall.
I had to get the tense right on that movie. Like the tension you'll feel with our penultimate question. Question number 9. Which of these is not an official spell in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition? Gift of Gab, Glibness, Magic Mouth, or Nathair's Mischief?
What? Can we define official spell?
Yeah. Like a spell in an official source.
An official spell. A spell that's official.
Sure. Well, just after Tasha's, it's a little hard to get a gauge on it.
And it's a spell that appears in an official source book.
All right.
The ones that are official spells, we will be looking at perhaps on some non-official sources.
Oh, I see.
But they are official spells.
I see.
wanna
Blocked
cast-
open Magic Mouth is underutilized. You can make a mouth appear on an object
Yeah.
and speak certain prearranged words.
Let's see what you picked. One of you said Gift of Gab. One of you said Glibness. 6 of you said Magic Mouth.
Sorry.
3 of you said Nathair's Mischief. The correct answer is, of course, none of them. They are all real spells.
Ha!
I even said that would happen. I chose Nathair's Mischief because they've gotten so far away from having named person spells. I thought that one wouldn't be it. Fluval's Mischief, indeed. Blocked open is so upset.
First we mocked him, and now we tortured him.
Blocked open, I'm so sorry.
I'm not. Okay, adding a new name to the list. What, to your Death Note? Adding my name to your Death Note hunter?
Here's a few premise anyone can use. Def Jam Note.
Oh, that's good. So, Gift of Gab is that's very readable. Gift of Gab is it was in Acquisitions Incorporated, which is an officially published source.
Yes, sure.
And when you cast this spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area, so that each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything you said within the last 6 seconds. Those creatures then remember that you actually said the words you speak as the verbal component of the spell. So it's the big, actually, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
It's the Fluval gets flustered spell. And Glibness is, of course, an enchantment hated by Tom Cruise. It was a transmutation spell that altered the caster's speech, making his or her elocution much more convincing or believable.
Right.
Elocution.
That's what I said.
It is.
Exactly. See, that's how Gift of Gab works. The caster of this spell was blessed with an agility of speech that greatly increased the chance that a bluff would succeed. It even made magical means of detecting or preventing lies, such as discern lies or a zone of truth, difficult and more likely to fail.
Is this the Forgotten Realms wiki?
Yeah, but there's also other places.
But just for some odd reason, only on that wiki have they chosen to make everything in past tense, no matter what the article is about.
Just like the Star Trek wiki does.
Memory Alpha?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like this is like a like physics.
Oh, yeah.
Like for the Memory Alpha page, like what is quantum physics?
Yeah.
They don't usually say was; they just describe it. This is like everything was in the past.
That is funny.
It's which is an odd style choice for the wiki.
But
Like
see,
the
that's
tongue. It was a muscle.
that's why I think it's funny that... See, but that makes sense, because Star Wars was a long time ago.
Right.
I stand by what I said. That Memory Alpha should be future tense.
Yeah,
That
yes,
Jean-Luc
it should
Picard
be.
will be a person.
I agree.
Until-
and he will.
but
As
as
established
dates-
on Wizworld, Star Trek is a documentary.
And as dates pass, they should have to change the tense.
If
So
they
like
had
the
any
eugenics
integrity.
wars did happen.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they kind of did.
Yeah. In the 90s.
Yep.
Ha.
Back when BoJack Horseman was on a very famous
That's
TV
the
show.
people of the Balkans.
Yeah. Only Matt Lauer... What? What? I did not expect a Matt Lauer reference in 2024.
Well, glibness. It's the same.
Oh!
It's the same joke that you made from the other side.
Oh, so it's the Thack Zero.
It is the dog. Yeah, yes.
Of my joke.
Yeah. It's the Thack. It's the second edition version of your joke.
Here's Magic Mouth, which we talked about, where you can magically put a
Wonderful
mouth
spell.
on things. When the circumstances that trigger the mouth are met, it just appears and it recites the message you said. So you could do that and have a mouth appear on a wall that says "Watch Grand Trivia Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern at live.radiofreemultiverse.com."
You could.
Especially if you were using a small bit of honeycomb and a jade dust.
You could also have a wall say, "Hey, I'm Wallen here."
Oh! You could also have a wall do a bit of meta comedy and say, "If walls could talk."
They got the intern on that one.
I looked at Nathire's, and it's from the only 5e book that I never bought.
Makes sense. Which one is that?
Fizban's Treasury of Dragons.
I have that.
You fill a 20-foot cube you can see within range with Fey and Draconic magic. Roll on the mischievous Surge table, my favorite table, to determine the magical effect produced, and roll again at the start of each of your turns until the spell ends. You can move the cube up to 10 feet before you roll.
That makes sense that the name spell is from there. That's when they were kind of bringing back Dragonlance.
Oh, yes. And you can do one of four things. Either the smell of apple pie fills the air, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you until the start of your next turn.
It's pretty good.
Or bouquets of flowers appear all around, and each creature in the cube must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the start of your next turn as the flowers spray water in their faces.
So sort of a Joker.
Yes. Each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction.
Ha ha ha, oh no, ha 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 ha.
Or drops of molasses appear and hover in the cube, turning it into difficult terrain until the start of your next turn.
This spell sounds very cute, but you use it in order to stab the people in the cube.
Yeah.
So it makes it really like a very dark thing. Like, oh, flower, oh no, the flowers,
Yes, I did that eye roll too, Amoenus, says Hunter. Sard and Sar's Chasm of Cheeky Walls.
Ooh.
Looney Tune ass spell.
The Looney Tune ass spell is it's a variant of Magic Mouth.
I like the
It
idea.
makes your butt it makes your butt play audio from old Merry Melodies shorts. Even the ones that require a big warning on top saying we don't agree with what's going on in here.
I like the idea that the apple pie one actually makes you float in the air as you try to find the source of the apple pie. Ah, what a fun spell, huh? From Fizban's.
Which is actually a neat book.
It's the #1 name in books that you forgot came out. Fizban's.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Well, I suppose so.
Because I forgot.
You're right. If you want to forget a book, make it Fizban's.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice little promo.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very useful because, if you, again, like you said, if you forget the book.
Is this Presto the magician? Here?
Yes. This is Presto with his magic hat making a cow appear.
Sure. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yes, manifest cow.
I have a character that I know. From
That's how I refer to all my friends. I have a character.
that I know. He was written about by that model named Frankie. Where
Yeah.
it's a wizard who went to magic school, but he just wants to go home and do agricultural magic.
Yeah.
So manifest cow would be a pretty powerful spell.
This Frankie sounds like a real Ed Greenwood type. Meeting characters from the realms, writing about them.
Yeah, there's a lot less weird sex in Frankie's stuff, though.
That's not a hard bar to clear.
His first name Oscar, no. But his cow did have a second name. It's M-I-E. Nope, no, forget it.
Is it M-E-Y-E-R?
Yes.
I made a plant farmer-based
It's
druid too,
M-E-Y-E-R.
Liz.
Listen, I'm not used to streaming this long.
You're right, so let's get to our final question.
I'm losing all my articulation.
Points. Wait, I never have it. I just don't have articulation to begin with. I would be more of a statement piece than an
let's
action
see.
figure if you catch my drift.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
This
Jerry,
next question.
M-I-E-Y-E-I-R. or scare my ear.
I love to manifest it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say this next question is about the magical world of D&D.
That's a great. That's from the oldie station. Where They only play micro tunes. You knew them as commercials.
Yes.
Hot
My
dogs.
baloney.
My hot dogs.
My
It's my Bologna has a first name there, Vic. We got the Oyster Mayo there, Vic.
Oh,
what?
well, according to Forgotten Realms creator Ed Greenwood, a more sexual Frankie, some have said. Which of these animals found in Faerun is an invasive species imported from Earth? Bears, foxes, owlbears, or wolves?
Missy, see, this is what I was saying. I have no way of knowing if I could win.
You have a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. That's my spoiler, by the way. There's one correct answer on this question. So what do you think it is?
I chose my guess because I think it's possible that Ed would be cheeky and a bit whimsical and want to imply that a fictional animal is actually real in front of him.
Ooh. Okay. well,
Wolves
let's-
made no logical sense because there are dogs.
You expect it something Ed Greenwood says makes logical sense?
Yes,
You should.
he thinks a lot about his stuff.
He does. That was the trick.
But he thinks a lot about, like, what if Elminster had a nude young elf that hung around him all the time? Like, huh? I don't think Elminster needs that, Ed. I don't know.
Yes. It is very funny when your Gandalf character is also your sexual self-insert.
It's very weird.
It's very weird. If only I had points. Well, whose fault is that, blog? Maybe you should have gotten the answers right. And then you would have points.
Well, no, he said, of only I had points, which meant at some only time he did have points.
Oh, I thought it was another thing he wrote wrong. See, this is how you build an audience on Twitch. You just mercilessly roast them.
Use them. Going all in, Shammy, I approve.
Hunka, hunka,
That is the
humna.
it's the honorable move.
Oh, woo.
That's, of course, the somatic component to all of Elminster's spells.
Yeah. His head actually turns into a steam whistle when he casts this.
Oh no, I need to cast Magic Missile. Humana, humana. I'm modest to 0 points. That's a modest proposal. You can wager those points, but let's see what.
Let's see.
everyone picked. 2 of you said bears. Well, you missed it. Wait, you missed the question?
So Hunter might actually win.
Yeah, that actually can.
Yeah.
Hunter may win.
I mean, blog strategy is often going all in and then just not answering if he doesn't know it. Which is some kind of dark art. But let's see what you picked. Gift of Gab is pretty fucking strong. I see, so you were deep in that rabbit hole. And didn't answer the question. That's fair. Let's see what you... I already said that. I got so distracted also by Gift of Gab. 2 of you said bears, 1 of you said foxes, 3 said owlbears.
There's
2
a
of
trap
you-
in the corner that keeps setting off Gift of Gab.
Yeah. Let's ask Magic Mouth what the correct answer is, and it is... It's foxes. It's foxes. That's the correct
Foxes?
answer. Foxes. Yeah.
They're an invasive species from Earth.
And do you know where he said it?
On Twitter.
Kinda. Pretty close, actually. Pretty close. Pretty close. He said it on candlekeep.com.
Oh, over on the fora.
On a fora. And here's how it was revealed. It was revealed in a post from the Hooded One, the Lady Herald of Realms lore.
Yes.
Who said, hello again all, herewith the first 2016 lore response from Ed, plus his thanks for the good wishes sent his way by Steven and Rivenheim and Stealth Whisper, and back to you all. Ed saith, so they asked, okay, I know how they hint. So, they realized that...
It's very funny to watch Fluval attempt to pass a Candlekeep forum post. These are not easy.
They realized that the word Renard was in the realms. The Forgotten Realms.
Right.
And they're like, okay, well then I've got to ask how the Hin got this word, since I recognize its similarity to certain real-world tales and legends. And Ed said, well, from the same places Fixes came from, of course, Earth.
The word penis is also in the realm.
Which tells you that the long ago...
I don't think penises are an invasive species.
And to counteract anyone saying, well, he said the fixes came from Earth.
Right.
There's more.
Okay.
Where he typed it correctly.
Of course.
Well, where this person typed it correctly.
Sure.
He may have typed it correctly. There's no sick to indicate that the typo came from Ed.
He forgot to add the classic Latin word for thus.
Yeah. Which tells you the long ago world-hopping Hin explorer trader Altho Minstrelwish
Incredible.
probably got the foxes he imported into the realms from France, where Renard is a fox. Yes, he brought the first foxes, hoping to get rich by harvesting their fur. Parentheses, brushes, parenthetical within a parenthetical, that's tails, folks. And parentheses, especially. For Hin fashion purposes, when relatively few Hin, thanks to the sharp scent of foxes, proved interested in this. And even fewer liked roasted or stewed fox for the table. Also let the foxes go. And they spread, largely displacing the native Ferunian lynx.
How would a fox displace a lynx?
This would be in 12 DR for those keeping count.
So soon after the establishment of the Dales?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions about this.
First the Dales, then the foxes, and then Baldur's Gate 3.
What?
Gentrification.
I said that, not Ed.
I mean, I know you said it. But I'm just trying to understand what on earth you're talking about.
I think it made perfect sense.
First the Dales.
Those poor
and the
Lynx
foxes, and then
families
Baldur's Gate 3.
getting driven out of their neighborhood in the timeline.
I think you need to make a shirt that just says the Dales, the Foxes, Baldur's Gate 3.
I think Larian needs to make that immediately.
Larian's given up on the game. They're done. They gave us evil endings and said, no, you will get no fun adventures in hell with Kalak. We are quitting to make, I don't know.
Something.
Divinity Original Sin, Sin Rising 12.
Sin Rising. Oh, they should just call it Divinity again.
Yeah, just confuse everyone.
Just confuse everyone. Because, I mean, boy, when Intern Forrest learned that Divinity Original Sin 2 is the 6th Divinity game.
Well, it's the sequel to a prequel, and it's set much later.
Yeah. It's set after all the other previous games.
Right, even though it's a sequel to a prequel.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought George was confusing. Lucas, creator of Star Wars.
I was hoping he would appear.
Oh, hi.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
here. Hi. It's me, George Lucas.
Hi, George.
Hi. Yeah, I didn't want to do the Divinity release order because I thought that was too much.
No, that's fair enough.
I wanted to go too far in a few places, but not that place.
That makes
That's the
sense.
place where I wanted to do it just right.
And just to check your thoughts again on the Viet Cong.
Well, they're the rebels.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole thing's about how imperialism's bad. I mean, American imperialism is still bad. I thought it was pretty obvious. I mean, there's a famous quote where I said, the emperor has a name and it's Richard Nixon. Like, and Bush quoted me, by the way, also. I wrote the, if you're not with me, you're my enemy, before Bush said it.
I did not know. I did not realize that.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's the other way around, but they don't. No, it was like poetry. It rhymed with my word.
Oh, it's
Oh yeah.
a mess.
Also, there's a musical karaoke app called Smule, which is named after the Sonic Mule from the Foundation series.
Ah.
Oh, well, Wizards of the Coast told us we have to submit our children for monthly baptism, so we're stopping our journey here with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I don't get it.
Hasbro basically made working conditions impossible for Larian, so they had to quit. And they
Oh,
said,
that'll
well, we
do it.
have enough money, so we're just not going to do this anymore.
That's what I said too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fandom made my working conditions so impossible I couldn't do
Right.
it, and so I said,
And now Larian's just going to make small
Yeah.
personal games.
and then they'll release them to nobody.
Yeah.
I've made so many great movies that have aired exclusively here on the Grand Aquarium Empire Network. It just happens to only happen on days when the dimensional veil is too thick and you can't see it. That's not my fault. Oh, Hasbro Megabyte. It wasn't...
Bless you.
Oh, okay, it was Hasbro.
Oh, Hasbro Megabyte. Oh, Hasbro Megabyte.
That was my favorite reboot villain. Hasbro Megabyte. Anyway, let's see who won our game of trivia. Also, I'm going to go out... Okay, I'm back. I'm no longer
Welcome back,
channeling
Snapple.
George Lucas. I am now channeling the... Yes.
Yes.
The yes, I'm channeling yes, the band yes. And now I'm not. Now I'm Fluval, Grand Triviamaster of the Grand Aquarium Empire, here to reveal who won our game of their second game.
I am
of
very
Dungeons.
curious because only one person got this one right.
Yeah, who wonder who that was?
But if it didn't bet enough to beat Hunter, who didn't answer, he may win.
Exactly. In third place, it is none other than... I'm just here for suffering with 415 points. Yes. In second, Hunturius Von Edovich, level 6 co-host, and your winner is 1B will fall asleep at some point.
He was playing. He was doing karaoke most of this time, and won. Incredible. Well done. What would be Hunter was so. Oh man, less than 100 points difference.
Also, 1B didn't answer that question.
Who got it right?
Rule of Fool.
Wow.
Amazing.
And they didn't wager any points.
Because they didn't have any points to wager.
No, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
That feels unjust, but you got the moral victory of knowing that foxes win in
Yeah, Rule of Fool. You are the only one who knew that. Also, there's a portal connecting Toril to Earth,
Yes.
which I just think is fun.
And the Egyptian gods came and established there's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Read the Earth page on the Forgotten Realm, on all the Dungeons and Dragons wikis. It's very funny, all the different
fascinating.
connections between Earth.
H-Dub, this was an incredibly chaotic...
Yes.
This was a chaotic neutral game of trivia.
I like to think I'm chaotic evil.
Well, the game was chaotic neutral.
Oh yeah, well that's true. I mean, you know, Baba Yaga. The Baba Yaga. So I guess John Wick had been to...
I'm sure John Wick has been in an upsetting number of
The Forgotten Realms.
of one-shot games.
Oh, but also I did want to highlight one Earth person who
Oh.
went to the Forgotten Realms.
Oh.
And then I'll give you the present you all get to share. Hey, blog, I'm not the one who got all those answers wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And of course, be sure to watch blog. Join us next week on this very channel
Oh.
for Sandwich Night.
Sandwich night.
Sandwich Night. Sandwich Night. But before that, we have to learn about Simon Weems. Do you know Simon Weems? Have you come across him in your travels?
I have not met Simon Weems. No
Simon
one
Weems is an insurance salesman from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin on Earth, who briefly traveled to Toril.
Okay. Lake Geneva was the home of technical strategies rules.
Yes. Or
Technical
TSR.
studies rules, sorry.
He had a short beard and mustache and wore glass spectacles and a strange gray fabric outfit in 3 pieces
When did he appear?
in the first edition.
But I mean, in what publication?
In dungeon number 14.
The magazine, of course.
Sometime in the 4th century DR, a spontaneous gate transported Simon Weems to Toril, along with a character called the Demon appearing in the village of Havinmir. The villagers took him for a monster and quickly subdued the confused planeswalker, tying him up to be burnt on a pyre. Before he could be turned to ash, he was rescued by passing adventurers, who proceeded to investigate the situation with the assistance of the learned local Senecus.
Sounds like a fun little adventure.
Yeah.
Can Fluval channel Mike Tyson? I don't know.
No.
No.
Presuming that a vector balance was in effect between Weems and the demon, the adventurers quested forth and captured the beast, ideally reuniting the two and sending both of them home to their respective planes.
I'll have to read that one later.
He also required a specific amino acid that was not found in Toril, so he would die if he couldn't get home.
That has world-altering implications.
Yes. Weems also had a variety of odd implements on his person, including a stopped wristwatch called a Rolex, an inert pager, and a gold pen with an empty internal ink reservoir worth about 1 gold. Yeah.
Nice. 1BB, I don't think you need to justify your victory.
Oh, you're good. You are still awake. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would fall asleep.
No.
Sandwich Night. Snails isn't covered.
Snails is still passed.
Yes.
Okay.
And many other people are about to be passed because...
Joy.
Goodbye, Toril.
Oh, that was just Toro.
Yeah.
Aber yet survives.
Yes. Oh, and Earth.
With.
Earth. Yeah. It's canon that Earth is connected to Uth.
It's true. They really love to shoehorn in Earth to all those things.
So many things love. It's like they always make Earth the most important place in the universe.
Planet.
It's so weird. Tamriel lives on.
Lena, I think the dice were with one BBBR tonight, but
Yes.
also his own knowledge.
Yes, his own knowledge and the heart of the cards. Or with him. Justice for snails. Well,
Hashtag justice for snails.
you know what you can sometimes find snails in? Sandwiches. And next week on Grand Trivia it'll be sandwich night.
I guess sometimes
I
you
don't
could.
consume matter. Why do you?
I guess sometimes you could. I mean, if you put a snail between bread. Oh, so you know it's called escargot.
Yeah. I do, but I looked up snail sandwiches. Because not only can you find snails in sandwiches, a sandwich can also be a snail.
A
See?
sandwich.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Looks unappetizing.
Oh, that bent hot dog with eyes looks unappetizing.
Yeah, with what must be a painfully sweet roll.
Oh,
the cake
yeah.
roll behind it. Yikes.
Carrot antennae, I guess. Oh, it's an egg roll with ham and cheese and the shape of a snail.
But no, not an egg roll.
No, it's not an egg roll. It's
Right.
an egg roll. An egg roll. Honestly, we should just offer to host sandwich night on RFM. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But something will happen here next
I
week.
think you should.
I would love that. Yeah.
Wait, so next week you'll be counter-programming sandwich night?
What usually happens is we go live at a time that we decide on, and then as soon as Gethard goes live on his Instagram, we go off the air. And then we come back on after his Instagram.
Got it.
So if he does anything, that will be what happens.
There you go.
I think last word was he might do something.
Okay.
So we'll see you then because we have your coordinates.
And I hope to see you Friday at Wizard Live. We'll be in hell. We'll be in the Taberna Inferna, the Infernal Tavern. There'll be some singing, toast. You know, it doesn't have to be ale, water. So I've heard there's this poison called Sody Pop.
Yeah.
Demon milk, whatever you got. Come toast. We'll sing. Cynthia will be with us, of course. It should be just, we're just trying to chill out a bit. We're still in hell.
True.
Yeah.
We can have a good time.
I mean, I'm again not.
Be there.
Well, I mean,
I never
we
had
on
to
the
go
show, and the interns here.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I never had to go to hell.
No, just me.
You've never been?
Never had to.
Oh, but have you wanted to?
I vacationed in hell.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it'd be odd if someone as traveled as you never
Yeah.
visited
I've been
the vast
everywhere.
region of hell. You've been everywhere, Snapple. You've
I've
been everywhere.
I don't heart this. I'll tell you that. I don't heart this.
But you don't hot a Snapple. You drink it. But
I don't.
please check out.
Yes.
Listen on Friday. Lena got her goalie tickets for Sketchfest. Oh, that should be a very fun show.
That would be a very fun
Good
show.
choice. Good
Do it.
Also, if any one of you are visiting San Francisco from out of town for Sketchfest, let interns Forrest and Emily know.
Yes.
I don't care, but they will.
But thank you for letting me host your trivia
Yes.
tonight.
Thank you for joining us for
of
this
course.
very Dungeons and Dragons filled episode of Grand Trivia, all about Dungeons and Dragons. We will see you next week for Sandwich Night. We have your coordinates.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away.